Hello everyone, it's Chris at Garage Times. I'm doing an unboxing video on this Masterbuilt digital electric smoker. And so here we go. I do have a Austin XL smoker grill, and it definitely, you can smoke your whatever you want to smoke on it. And you can grill on it, it's great. This one's just a straight up smoker for the most part. Like, your operating temperature is going to be a high of 275 degrees. So on that Austin XL, which does a fantastic job, you can cook way hotter than that. So I'm going to compare the two to see the different smoke flavors and stuff and go from there. So yeah, top temperature 275 degrees, digital thermostatic control, again, electrically powered. It says it's got a, I'll just turn this around here. It says that it's got 711 square inches of smoking space, and it has a side patented wood chip loading system for adding whatever flavor chips that you want to add into it. And it's got some more information on the back here. It's got digital control, the air damper. It's got 4 chrome coated smoking racks. The fourth thing is thermostat temperature control, fully insulated body, a water bowl, that patented side wood chip loading system, wood chip tray, removable drip pan, rear grease tray, and legs. So let's see here. Let's get into it here. Just gonna lay this down a little bit here. Looks kind of nice, you know. I mean, I had a bigger Masterbuilt back in the day, and it was a wood chip propane one, and it did very well. I had it, I think I had it for at least 10 years or more. So it ended up, after a while, you'd leave it outside and get all rusty and stuff. But I kept it as long as possible. And that time of the year, smoking year-round, smoking wintertime, but like summertime, I probably smoke 10 times more. It's kind of nice, it's got the glass see-through door. My old one, I'd always have to open the door on it. Packaging, so it appears that it's definitely packaged pretty good. A lot of reinforcement, and there's no damage. So far so good. Just gonna try to pull this out of here if I can. Let's just take a moment here. Okay. Feels like there's something underneath it, but maybe the cord is wound up or something there. Some directions. Love that. Got the legs there. Oh yeah, the cord. Okay, I think I'm gonna lay it on its side just so that I can put those legs on. But I guess before I do, I'm gonna open her up here. It's got a nice hinge on it, pretty decent hinging. Like I said, all the packaging for it was good so far. Cardboard for the window. Yeah, everything's wrapped really nicely. You know what, I might as well. Here. Oh, more cans. Yeah, they definitely next level the packaging. Looks like a drip pan. Looks like our little smoker fuel or wood chip compartment holder. Here's the digital thermostat readout display or head unit. Another rack. Yeah, it's like a little digital box here. Kind of what you'd expect, I suppose, with a little plug-in for the top. Honestly, don't know what that's for. Maybe an ash holder? I don't. Grease catcher? I think the drip pan's for that. I'll have to look that up. Let's see what else we got. A little more packaging. You definitely want to get all the styrofoam out there. You don't want to smoke none of that. Definitely not tasty. Feels like some hardware in here. I'll have to get into that. Yeah, and another thing is when you're cooking, or before you cook anything in here, you'll want to kind of like run a sterilizing cooking, you know, because they do those packaging oils and stuff like that. You want to burn off any of that manufacturing oil and contaminants before you cook any human food in it. So I'll get a little bit of this cleaned up and I'll come back, we'll crack that box open and see what's going on. Got some of that cleaned up, and let's get into this stuff here. I think these are legs, maybe. Your guess is as good as mine. Man, maybe when you think you're through all the cleanup. Looks like braces, cross bracing for the legs. Yep, it's legs. So these are legs. I'm gonna get these unpacked here. We'll get everything kind of squared away. We'll throw these legs on here. Okay, we're in the process of bolting on the legs right now. They take one large 11/16 inch standard bolt, and pretty much it's like this. 11/16, and then take your metal washer, and then find your corresponding leg. Kind of got to match them up a little bit. The directions aren't really the most fantastic, but you know, that's how it always is with everything, you know. And what I typically do is I'll get them started, you know. And then just lightly snug, because when I go to put like the cross braces on, you probably might have to shim stuff around to get everything to line up right. So let me get these other legs on and then we'll get on that cross bracing. And with those legs on, they're just snugged up enough to where they're loose. And I'll get you a close up of the bottom once I'm done, because the front legs are different from the back legs. They have cross bracing here with some 10mm nuts, and basically just like an assembly screw with a Phillips head on the one side. So all you're gonna do is obviously switch out your 11/16 for your 10mm and tighten it up. You just put your screwdriver on the one side, and then you'll tighten up this side, get them snug enough, and then put your other, you know, it's going to take 4 on each side, so 4, 8, 12, 16, and you're going to be good to go on that. So let me get that together real quick, and then we'll get you shot at the bottom. So with this assembly, like I said, do all your bolts. You know, that one, you probably can't see, it's kind of dark, but that's at the 11/16. There's 4 of them on the bottom of each leg for each corner. Do those loose, and then when you go to assemble the legs, the cross braces, that is, like the cross brace in the front is gonna be from the top to the bottom is going to be longer than the cross braces on the sides. So when you go to assemble it, if you know that right off the bat, it kind of helps, because you're like, oh, you get one end bolted up and the other end doesn't reach. So remember that the fronts, these front bracings in the front and the back bracing in the back, they're both longer than these side bracings. Oh, All right, I'm gonna snug all those down to get her stood up. And that's pretty much it. We'll just go over a couple things here. On your legs, when you're going to assemble it, your legs kick out to the front. So those ones will be, you know, kicked out to the front. Remember, the cross members are wider than the ones on the sides. The only other things I did while I was off camera is I just installed this plastic handle. It's just 2 screws, and then I put the wood chip holder in there. Pretty cool. Easy for dumping, I suppose, you know, or add more to it or whatever. There is inside here now where everything goes. It you know, it's pretty good size. I mean, it's not huge, but it definitely will smoke you some stuff. You get a brisket in there without a doubt. You know, you get quite a bit in there. It's got, like I said, the 4 racks, obviously the drip pan. When you go ahead and set your drip pan in there, it's got to be oriented with the deeper part to the left. And then it just basically just slides in. Just slides in on those racks. And then this thing here, this bottom pan, it's got a hole in the back, which goes to the back because the drippings, it's angled. There's 2 little legs up front. Those 2 little legs up front raise it up so that when anything drips on there, it'll drain back to that metal oil catcher. We'll go back there in just a sec. And then I also put this in. This is where this goes. It sits right below sits right above your element, your electric heat element, and it sits right, so it sits above that, and then below your, where you put your wood chips in. I really dig the glass. My other one never had a glass one, so that's kind of cool. Definitely a plus. And then, sorry about the view there. So that's that ash, or that oil drip catch thing. And it's just got 2 little hanger hooks there. You just slide her on.